We want to thank everyone for joining us here for the quarterfinal postgame press conference of the 2023 CUSA Basketball Championships presented by Total Care. We're joined now by UTEP head coach Kevin Baker and forward Alina Enrique. We'll make sure that attending media here in Frisco have the ability to ask their questions first, and then we will move to our Zoom audience. For those on Zoom, we ask that you please remain on mute until called upon, and please utilize your raised hand function to let us know you have a question for either our head coach or student athlete. We will begin now with an opening statement from UTEP head coach Kevin Baker before opening it up to questions in the room. Coach, whenever you're ready.
Well, first I want to congratulate Louisiana Tech on an outstanding year. They were arguably the hottest team in our conference coming into this game. I think they'd won something like 7 out of their last 8 games or something like that. They really got it going at just the right time. And they're a very, very good team and a very well-coached team. So I feel very fortunate for our team to come out with a victory today. We had to survive a couple of runs. We would build a lead. They would make a run, as good teams do. And then we would have to rebuild the lead, play through some contact, play through some adversity, and found a way to get it done. So really proud of our team. That game was pretty much like our season this year. We just had to keep doing what we were doing, and rebuilding, building back leads, and that's how our season's gone. So it's indicative that our game would have gone that way too.
Thank you very much. We'll go ahead and open it up to questions in the room.
Coach, earlier this year, a couple times you said that you kind of missed some layups and it kind of bled over to the defensive end and you didn't play as well on defense. You had a stretch where you were 3 of 22, but your defense never blinked. Is that something you learned?
Well, he will tell you that's what we talked about in almost every huddle. Don't let your offense define your defense, because I think, we weren't making shots that we would normally make, but we continued to get stops, and thank goodness, because in that third quarter we could not throw an acorn in the ocean, but we continued to guard. And if we hadn't of, they would have built a pretty substantial lead there. So we've had to survive that before. So I think our kids were sort of used to that, if there's a way to be used to it. But I'm proud of them for being able. It's really hard to do when you lose all that momentum you just worked 30 minutes to get, and then you lose it suddenly. It's really difficult to earn it back, and this team earned it back.
Coach, can you talk a little bit about in that first half when maybe some of your normal players aren't able to get it going on the offensive end? Alina had to sit on the bench for a while with the fouls. What it meant to have the contributions from Aaron and Sabina.
Well, I mean, they've done that all year. They've been terrific off the bench, but you hit the nail on the head. At halftime, one of the things we talked with our team about the most was the 21 points off the bench at halftime from our bench. And, I mean, where would we have been? I mean, 21 out of 38 points, and it's off the bench. So we don't have many. We only have 10, but I think we have plenty to be able to make runs, but they have to play like that to be able to do that. So I'm very proud of them. People that come off the bench have the hardest job in basketball, but they figured out a way to get it done today.
Alina, it took you a while to get it going. What changed in the fourth quarter there?
I think I just tried to stay consistent and just do my thing, keep working. I don't think I did anything different. I got a little breather halftime, and after that, I just got back to my rhythm, and I don't think I did anything special.
Coach, can you talk about employing the press and I think towards the end of the third quarter and that fourth quarter led to a lot of steal, a lot of extra possessions for you guys. What kind of went into doing that?
We had to switch it up a little bit. La Tech had a great plan against our full court press. I thought they did a really good job. This is our third time playing them, and this is the best they've done against our press. So, we had to switch it up a little bit in the fourth and go straight man to man, but I actually think it helped us to play better quality man throughout the fourth quarter. And sometimes we get a little too scrambly in our press, and then we don't get matched up well on the back end. That was starting to happen. So playing full court man-to-man allowed us to kind of keep the ball in front of us a little bit. And I think it changed the way we defended, especially in the fourth quarter.
Coach, you guys were no stranger to close games in conference play. Do you feel like that prepared you for that moment today?
That's all I was thinking the whole fourth quarter was. The whole season was for this moment. We've been here all year long, and Sven will tell you now it's, 22 out of 30 or whatever close games. Oh, darn it. Well, we blew the stat out. Sorry about that. But 21 out of 29 games were single-digit games, and adds a little more gray hair and all that stuff. But You know, you're right. I'm so appreciative of the question because that's all that I was thinking about was we're prepared for this moment and we're gonna take care of business, and they did.
Alina, I know there was a moment where you it seemed like you hit the floor a little hard and you were grabbing your ankle a little bit. Just curious how you're feeling now. Obviously, you couldn't really tell from the way you performed in the fourth quarter, but how are you feeling after that and what happened on that play?
Well, when you get back in game, I don't think, like I personally don't think about it much. The adrenaline gets me going, but of course now I can feel it a little bit. Nothing too serious, just a little tweak, but yeah.
Elena, just talk about the last 5 minutes, what you guys felt you had to do and what you did do.
I think everybody was ready for this moment. Like y'all mentioned, we had a lot of close games, and everybody kept their composure, even if we got offensive fouls, whatever we did. We knew we had the game in our hands, and we managed to keep it that way. And I'm really proud of my teammates for doing that.
We do have a question from Zoom. Rachel Phillips, we'll go ahead and take your question now.
Hey, Coach Baker, congrats on the win. Just obviously next up you've got MTSU. Just lost them in OT on Saturday. I mean, I guess in a sense a good thing to have them back again so quickly. But what did you learn from that game when you last played them, and how do you go about beating them again this year?
Rachel, when I get back to El Paso, you and I are going to have a talk about that. But anyway, no, it's a fair question. We didn't talk about the next round at all. We didn't talk about, playing Middle Tennessee again or having the opportunity to play them again. But I know my team, and I know what they were thinking when the horn went off in Murfreesboro. We let one get away from us in their house, and we should have won that game. And my team knows it, and they want another shot. How could you blame them? It's going to be a great game. It is going to be a really, really good game between two quality teams, and I know we're all looking forward to it. So here we go.
All right. Thank you both so much for your time.
Thanks.
Congratulations and good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.